Something crazy going on with Cardano right now, whilst all those crypto junkies are out there looking at Casper and XTC and everything else that's pumped recently. We need to pay attention to what is yet to pump, because I think Cardano could be at the start of something massive, given all of this data that's showing up. Hit the like button. Let's get into it, guys. Look at crypto bubbles right now. Casper, XTC. Guys, you know, these coins have been absolutely booming, and loads of the people who are pretty new to crypto and whatever else are staring at these coins being like, oh, they're going to go to the moon. They're different from every other coin. They're doing well. Don't get me wrong, but we need to pay attention to not what is already pumped, but what is about to pump. And that, I believe, could be Cardano, given what I'm looking at right now. Now, there's a few little treats in store for us when it comes to Cardano right now. Cardano Q2 2023 report. DApp transactions skyrocket by 49%. Total value locked surges to $151.7 million. Now, this is so important. People fail to kind of get excited by these things because they just don't understand them. Cardano, probably not the most sexy crypto in the world, that's fine. But all of these DApp transactions and stuff basically means it's locking up Cardano in order for developers to get in. The more developers are using it, the more transactions are going to be going ahead in Cardano. Total value locked, coins being locked away, simple crypto supply, demand stuff going on, right? This is really important for us because it's showing us that there's more going on in Cardano than meets the eye right now, and that usually precedes something exciting happening. But what else is really important right now is not this, actually, although this is actually interesting. Cardano witnesses an impressive 198% growth in total value locked this year amid price decline. Price is declining, but the total value locked is increasing. Why does that happen? Well, guys, demand and things like that, right? Less demand going into the ecosystem, fine, but you're starting to take out the supply. Now think about it like this, right? So let's say the iPhone is $1,000 and it then starts to creep down in value, and then no one wants to buy it. And then it starts to creep down in value to, well, it's like $900 and then $800. And then eventually someone's going to be like, wow, iPhone's actually become quite cheap. And they start to buy it, okay? At which point you'll see the price suddenly move very fast. And that very basic, simple analogy is what I think is going to happen to Cardano, especially when you consider this, which is what I was looking for. The sentiment, Cardano sitting just above 29 cents, whales and sharks holding between 100k and 10 million Cardano, a shark being a smaller whale, different species, we'll see, have accumulated back to their highest level since September 2022. La la. Additionally, on-chain transactions volume has been rising nearly every week for the past 6 months. This is important, okay? All of the stuff, the fundamental stuff that makes crypto actually valuable, these different coins valuable, Cardano is doing excessively well. Now, obviously, there's another big portion or good piece that comes into the market for crypto that causes the ultimate booms, and that is, you know, people, all the dopamine junkies chasing gains, okay? And they will come at some point. But what we want to see is Cardano sitting nice and steady where it is right now, and all of this kind of supply starting to slowly be locked away. And then once the demand creeps back in, then that's the catalyst to see extensive growth. Now let's zoom in to this. Now this is what we're looking at, okay? This is maybe a little bit confusing to the untrained eye or even to the trained eye, but let me decipher it for you. Simply put, guys, this green and red line, or this one here, is the price, okay? You can see the price is nice and low all the way down here. We come up, the yellow one, ADA, 100K's, $10 million wallets, is the whale wallets. Big wallets, okay, that are accumulating crypto, particularly Cardano, and starting to move towards the upside. Now, this is important because in the time of the market when no one's paying attention to coins like this and they're all like paying attention to other ones, what effectively is happening is the smart money starts to accumulate. They want to accumulate when no one else is watching, okay, which is what they were doing in Casper and XTC and everything else, maybe a couple of months ago. And now those coins are going up. They're starting to sell off to people while everyone else is getting hyped up about these coins going to the moon, okay? When everyone gets hyped up about coins going to the moon, it means the big money has probably reached the point at which they can start selling off because they want to sell to all the less smart money. I don't want to say the dumb money, but you know what I mean. And what they do is they offload to the people who are really hyped about those coins making the millionaires. Right now, however, no one's watching Cardano because it's boring, okay? Killing me. But that's when we want to pay attention to coins. And if we look at the Cardano chart, it's going to give us some clues. Well, in fact, it's just brought me to Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin because it's kind of important about what's going on in Cardano. We can see Bitcoin doing something quite interesting, okay? Since like the start of the year, we've just been in this upward kind of move trend here. Now, I do think that Bitcoin could well be, maybe even right now, it has been testing this upper level here. If it breaks this upper level here, then I think we are going to push to around 30.5K. And then it's testing something really, really important. And that is this line. Excuse my messy drawing, but you can see these kind of areas. This was resistance, obviously resistance, but you can see this kind of area through here. We did have a bit of a break towards the upside. Now we're retesting. Failure to break here, and if we break below here, then we could see a rollover. Who knows? But I don't think that that is going to happen. I do think that Bitcoin is going to push to at least 40K before any sort of a real pullback, okay? Which we'll see in the shorter term, the likes of Cardano and whatever else, getting really, really exciting. But let's look at Cardano, shall we? Because I know that's what you're here for. And you're like, oh, I didn't want to look at Bitcoin. Well, you should look at Bitcoin, guys. It's important. Right. Talked about this before, about what's going on. We can see we have had from the Wyckoff accumulation, which I'm sure we're going to have a pop up here somewhere. My editor can put one up. Thank you. You can see that we have a bit of a push down, and we collect some sells down here. Okay, nice drop. And you look at what happens when we rally out of there. Very, very quick to rally out of this price point, around 25 cents. We get back down. Similar things happen. Now you can see that we had a very stiff push down on the weekly after that SEC drama stuff going on. And then we are starting to kind of like slowly creep up, but it's really boring. But we want to pay attention when it's boring. Remember all that total value locked increasing, all those wallets coming in. Let's take a look at where we are actually sat on the chart. Because last time we were at this level, you can see what happened in a single day. Cardano did 26% this candle. Now, what that candle represents, particularly with a coin with a market cap the size of Cardano, is big money purchases. Big money are telling you through these little breadcrumbs that they will buy 28 cents, around 28 cents. We're sat at 28 cents right now. Look at what this is. If you're a trader, then you'll understand what I'm about to tell you, because this is very simple to understand, hopefully. Even if you're not a trader, pay attention. What we can see, guys, is a buy zone. Make it green so we know that we can't sell into buy zones. We must buy into buy zones, or, you know, obviously without financial advice, buy into buy zones. Pay attention to buy zones. You can see, we know big money bought here because it pumped like this. You and me and everyone else down the road didn't buy to make this happen, okay? This is big money coming in and swinging the market cap. It's like billions of dollars gained in like a day. Next time we come in, you can see something important showing up. Now, it's not particularly dramatic. Look at this, low volume. Usually an indicator that something exciting is coming. And something we love to see is this, which is, I believe, called a hammer. What it indicates is that the bears have tried to push it down, but the bulls are like, no way, and then pushed it back up. And that is a very good signal in conjunction with this, in conjunction with all that like total value lock stacks and all the other good bits that are going on, with this being like, well, we could well see a reversal coming through here. And particularly as well, you know, we dropped through here, we've got ourselves a nice line, we can do it again, and everything lines up really nicely. And you might be coming back to this chart in a few days if you didn't really pay attention here and be like, oh, should maybe have paid more attention, because actually I can see this is a very easy setup and it happens all the time in crypto. Now, this is not guaranteed, can obviously go lower, right? Can obviously go lower, but conjunction of buy zone, green one, plus falling wedge, good, second one, plus this big wick towards the downside, third one. Three things together give us good idea that this is maybe going to be something like this happening, okay? And if that happens, you know, we don't have to see a huge amount of movement to see some good percentage gains. From this current level, we get back to that recent high, and you're looking at 28%. And I think if we do get back up to that level again, then we will be breaching it, and then we could be looking up towards this level, 45 cents, you know, at which point, then maybe we could take some profits, 55% gains. Now, I'm going to be serious, you can obviously lose money, guys, because it can potentially go lower. It could go to zero. Don't do anything stupid just based on what I'm telling you, but I'm identifying as a trader a fairly reasonable setup because of what I can see happening in this zone. Now, we know that Cardano has an exciting future. Personally, I'm not in it to hold Cardano till the very end of the bull market and try and sell the absolute top, because I believe Cardano, being a large cap coin, will move earlier than others, in which case I will start to take money out of it and use that money to invest in smaller, more speculative plays later on in the day. For example, put in $1,000 here, it does a 10x, we've got $10,000, we can then start chucking it into, 20 different speculative plays, $500, maybe we find a coin that does 10,000x, 1,000x, we make ourselves some life-changing money. We just use Cardano as the catalyst to get us there. And if you want to hold some Cardano safely, then guys, you should be using a hardware wallet. And here she is, the Decent biometric wallet, which is actually what I myself use, okay? Works with fingerprint scanner, connects to iOS or Android or whatever you're using via Bluetooth, no wires, which is super secure, and can also use it on the move. Very easy, excellent user interface. Very, very cool. And if you go to that link down below in the description, you'll get an additional discount. I think it's like 10 or 20%. You have to go and check it out, guys. Link down below in the description. You can hold pretty much every coin, or every coin that you should be holding right now. There's like 2,200 coins. You can come across and check here where it says supported coins to ensure that you can use it. Free shipping to like the US, UK, EU, Japan. Anything outside of that, you'll have to check. I'm not sure. But yeah, guys, absolutely phenomenal. Definitely worth having. Don't get stuff on exchanges. We know what happened in FTX. I know people who lost thousands and thousands. Don't be one of those guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. See you in the next one.